Welcome back, viewers. In today's video, we will be starting with a new Linux distribution, that is BigLinux. It is a Brazilian-based Linux distribution which has been going on since 2004. So they first rolled out a release in 2004, and since then they are going strong. So it is a very easy, fast, and free system. It is tailored for the users. It has got a multi-KD desktop, so there are 6 desktop options such as Classic, New, Modern, KUnity, Next, XG, and the Desk X, which is based on KDE. It has a big store. The store is owned and operated by BigLinux itself. So it is an independent store with most of the recommended programs are included. You have got a theme selector, so it makes the selection of themes very easy. You have got the ButterFS plus Z standard. So it is a fast space saving system with a snapshot in Grub with no fsync. Big Bash U is a graphical interface for the terminal using the web to run scripts and apps. You got ZRAM and preload feature which makes the loading of programs faster and saves the RAM without swap. You have got a very good integration of applications in the system. So the GTK programs, two themes, official repositories, AUR with deb and RPM packages. So you got this AUR, that is the Arch user repository with .deb and RPM packages. So this is very unique. We will have to check how in reality they have made the implementation. Then you got a big number of apps and games with a greater compatibility with more performance and FPS. You got support for multiple languages. Total 29 languages are supported in partnership with LingoHub. The translation is automatic by the system. Big info and driver. So the info system and driver with automated driver and firmware installation is included in the system. So this is the support page where you can check out the forum, Telegram links, Facebook, and the big blog link. You got some system photos and videos here. You got the big Linux news here. So you can check out the latest news about the big Linux from here. So you can check out the latest news from here. So they have recently updated the driver manager. Now driver manager supports SDIO devices used in some notebooks that use tablet hardware. Drivers were added to the manager. So these are the drivers that were added to the driver manager. So you can go and check out in details all the news that are available here. So we already have a beta version of Big Linux based on Manjaro. So let us check out this news. This is interesting. So what Manjaro base? Yes, Big Linux started to be developed with Manjaro Linux as a base around the beginning of 2021. So after several years using the Ubuntu and Debian base, hence in June 2021 the first test was released. Since then there have been several alpha versions that have been tested and improved. With this migration, Big Linux now offers a recent version of KDE Plasma Desktop with recent fixes and features and an update system called rolling release. Such an update mechanism allows system to have updates available indefinitely without the need to reinstall the system from a new version. So now it is a rolling release. So the Big Linux comes with a rolling release. So there is no point release now. It is completely rolling. So you are invited to test the beta versions of Big Linux available here on the site. So what we will do is we will check further this website and then go to the download section. So what is Big Linux projects, what is free software, reasons to develop free software and digital inclusion, resources. Then there is some documentation, code and disclosure, financial donation. You can do it from here. Then there is a GitHub link to the project. Let us check out on the resources what they have got in resources. Okay, so here there is some information. Control center is one click. So configuration, it brings together the best configurators in the Linux world and adds its own tools to simplify the use of the system. So Big Linux has a number of great tools. So we will check out during the review of the Big Linux desktop. We can see here the different features that are available. So you got this OCR to PDF reader. So it converts the optical images that are captured using scanners to PDF directly. Then this is the big info, this complete information about your hardware. Then you got the restore settings, list with some system programs which you can restore to default configuration or Big Linux distribution. So you can restore the configuration of certain system programs to their defaults. Then there is driver installer is there. So it will detect the firmware and offer you to install the latest drivers for the hardware. Then you got this noise reduction. So microphone without external noise, microphone noise. So it will reduce the microphone noise in just 2 clicks. So this is a very good addition because nowadays many people are blogging, many people are doing meetings on their workstation. So this is important for those kind of people. You got this time shift and snapshots available with or without Btrfs. You got this desktop look tool where you can choose between the different desktop look or the desktop layouts. You got the big store, Btrfs file systems, speech text. So you can hear the selected text by select the text using the shortcut Alt V, and then the computer will read out the text for you. You got the support for the web apps. You can access the Google applications. So with this, now I will move to the download section. Let us check out what they have got in the download section. Okay, so we got the three options, three images are there. There is one image with the older kernel 5.10. It is for called table amber 21.3.9. It is for the older systems, so it will work better on older systems. You got Linux image with kernel 5.15. It is recommended kernel, so it is a middle tier, so it can work both on old and the newer systems. Then you have got the latest kernel 5.19. It is called table TKG ISO, and it is for the latest hardware. And you got a download link, direct download link, or you can download as a torrent. And the versions of the main programs are KDE Plasma is 5.25.5, KDE Gear is 8.22, LibreOffice is 7.4, GIMP is 2.10, Firefox is 105 version, and the Brave browser is 1.44. You got more information about the ISOs. You can use Ventoy, Balena HR or UnetBootin to install the system on your workstation, laptop or desktop. So you can download the image and use these three tools, any one of the three tools, to prepare a bootable USB, and then you can use it to install the Big Linux on your system. The minimum system requirements are 64-bit Intel or AMD or compatible processor, 2 gigs of RAM, 8 GB of storage space. This is the minimum configuration, and the recommended configuration is 64-bit Intel or AMD or compatible processor, 4 GB of RAM or more, and 40 GB of storage space or more. Then there is also live USB mode. Then there is a small guide how to choose the Big Linux version. So the image with 5.10 kernel is to be used for the systems that were manufactured before 2011. Recommended option, that is the 5.15 kernel ISO, will use kernel and Mesa which have great stability and good support for most of the computers. So those computers that are manufactured after 2011 will be properly supported by the BigLinux ISO with the kernel 5.15. And for the latest kernel, latest systems, you can use the latest kernel BigLinux ISO, that is 5.19. So they bring out the latest in hardware support and optimizations for AMD and the Intel graphics card. So with this, I stop the video here, and just one thing is pending. You can contact BigLinux team. So there is some contacts that are given here. You can contact them. So you have to fill up your name, email, last name, and then type the message here and send it to the BigLinux team, and they will respond to your whatever you got, suggestions, complaints, anything you want to communicate with the BigLinux team. You can do it from here. So with this, I stop the video here. See you in the next video where we will do the installation of the BigLinux ISO. So I have already downloaded this 5.15 kernel BigLinux ISO. So this is the middle one. So this is recommended for most of the PCs and systems. So I'm going to use this for our review. I'm not going to use this or this. I will use the middle one. So it will give us a good idea because it will be applicable for most of the systems. So with this, I stop the video here. See you in the next video. Bye bye.